Getting a side project done can be tough, but with the creation loop you have a 4-step process you can follow with every single one of your side projects. Without further ado, let's get started with step 1 of the loop, planning. I'm going to plan my project with Claude this time, and what I give it is a role. I give it a task, which is help me in planning a content block, and I give it the goal of that content block, so it understands what it is optimizing for. Then I give it some context that I already have a list of videos, and I give it that list of videos. In this scenario, my intention is to first ensure that what I'm trying to do with the current ideas is related to the actual goal, and also to add video ideas that I wasn't aware of. And the most important part of the prompt, please ask me as many questions as possible to make this series the best it can be. That's a great thing. Now I have a lot of questions that give me some reflection points to where I want to steer the wheel and go with that content block. At this point, I'm just answering the questions the AI asked me. When you get a lot of questions, this can take a while, but in the end, it will pay off. I think I'm done now. Usually I try to get a plan out of this. So my goal is to get a 10-step plan or something like that. In that case, it was more of a planning reflection in a way. So in that case, I don't have a specific result, which means I should wrap things up and just go from there. So I will just tell Claude that. That's a wrap. Planning done, so now it's time for the execution. I'm sorry, there's one more addition. Before you go off with your finished plan, there are 2 more steps you can go to get even better results or rethink your approach a bit. The first one being, rate the result we created 0 to 100%. If your rating is below 95%, explain why that is the case. In that situation, Claude was like, it's not a 95 plus rating. And here's why. We got into more detail and worked through this plan again to incorporate new steps. This can help you to find some holes in the thinking process of the model and yourself. And when we're at finding holes, you can also put the final result into another model like ChatGPT to ask for feedback, like I did here. This feedback allows you to recheck if what you've done is really right, because specific models have specific tendencies, and sometimes your conversation can lead into situations where you miss some points. In that case, I don't see anything that's really messed up where I think like, yeah, that needs to be in there as well. So I'm fine with the result and I will go on from there. Let's get to the execution phase. And for that, I will head over to my task management software, which is Todoist. All the projects I'm working on right now are under the play section. And here you see every step of the creation process. For the focus days or the execution days, I will pick out 3 tasks I want to accomplish on that day, and then I go for them. In my case, that would be the video editing, the writing actually, and the recording. That's it. The only thing I should add is I plan out my whole week, and when I try to focus on my YouTube stuff, I marked it on the calendar. That day is only for the YouTube channel, if possible. If not, I will just schedule a block of focus time on any other given day. Now you only need to execute those tasks, and hopefully you know best what this looks like. And I don't have to show you that. Once you're done with all your tasks and completed your project, it's time to go to the analysis. I will walk you through my analysis process by showing you how I would analyze my latest video, which was about reading documentation. First, I start with the process itself. So I have my reflection questions and also the different parts of the editing and creation process that I want to reflect on. Also, I will put you a template that you can customize for yourself into the video description so you have a head start. So I will just start writing, or what I do lately, I just talk. Now I reflect each point step by step. This allows you to find patterns in your creation process that don't work that well or work really well. Therefore, you see what to repeat and what to avoid. during the reflection, if I come to the conclusion that there's something I should do till the next video, I just write it down at the next steps. Once I've done that, I go over to the video and just watch it and take my notes in the my critique section. When you critique your own product, you need to take the perspective of the customer into the consideration. In my case with the videos, this means, what am I expecting when I see this thumbnail and this title? And then, is this value delivered? You have to do the same for your product as well. So now let's just watch the video. When I watch the video, I take on the perspective of my ideal viewer and write my thoughts down as if I was this viewer. This helps me to see the world like my ideal viewer would. Now that I'm through the video, I will go to the analytics and take a look at what went wrong or what went well. In this case, what went wrong. Now that I've gone through the analytics myself and found out that basically this video is trash, I download the data and analyze it with an AI chatbot. For this, I will use Claude. I will just drop in the data and tell it which role it has. I gave the chatbot everything it needed to get a better glimpse of the video itself, and now I got a complete review with what went well, what went wrong, and also what I can improve next time. In the case of this video, this wasn't really necessary as I could figure out these things on my own. But when I'm completely honest, I think I have an aha moment right now. What struck me is that the actionable improvement strategy it gave me was basically the same I encountered when watching the video. Meaning, you can pull out this guy here, get a fast glimpse of what went well with the video and what went wrong with the video, and then go in again with that as the framing. Does this make sense? I guess you can try it both ways. This is way faster than just watching the whole video and making sense of it. On the other hand, I think you need both in a way. This can help you get a fast overview, but to have a deeper understanding, you probably have to go into the video yourself. That's great. Now I have a complete plan on what to do differently. And so let's go on to the training. As with the execution, I have this planned in my calendar, but here I get a bit more specific because there could be a lot to do and I don't have unlimited time. To get a better overview of how I will use my time, I go to this bad boy here, my PTR sheet. You can find a template to this Google Sheet in the video description. In here I have the content for each of the different phases for my PTR framework and how I use it. And in this specific case, we're looking at the training. So we look at the hard skill long term, the hard skill short term, and the soft skill training. Right now, I kind of don't really have a soft skill training set. So I will just schedule these 5 hours of market analysis and these 3 hours of just improving my tooling. That would be here and that would be here. Now, what am I doing in this time? Well, everything is in my project management app. So back to Todoist. During my long-term hard skill session, I go just to this market analysis project and work through the different steps that I have here. I don't plan them in time blocks. I rather just block this time to go through these tasks. Like with any other research project, there isn't really an end to this. So I just take my time and go as far as I need to go to build the necessary understanding and build the necessary tools that help me create better content. That is absolutely not true for the short-term improvements, because here I have a more dedicated list. All the tasks here are prioritized and tagged so I can plan my session in the most efficient manner. So let's sort this by priority. And then let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so when I got a task I want to do, I schedule it for that day at the time where the session is, and I give it a time estimate. In this case it will probably just take 15 minutes, and from there on I can schedule the next task. Now the tasks will be added to my calendar and I will just work through them during this time. If for some reason I'm faster than what I planned for, I will just go through the next things and try to create stuff that makes my production easier. So once you're through the training, it starts all over again with the planning phase. If you made it this far, you probably want to apply this knowledge as well. And here's my challenge for you to do so. Take a look at yourself. Define where you are in the creation loop process and what your next action looks like. Write this in the comments and let me know what you're about to do. And if you're still wondering what PTR is about, watch this video right here next to learn what PTR is. I hope this can help you on your journey, and with that, lots of success. I'm out.